Okay, Matt, we got the memo about the Kindness Rising promo, but what exactly are we promising people?
And is there craft services? Hey, I need snacks too.
Gentlemen, focus. Kindness Rising multiplies kindness and helps people get up on the right side of the bed.
So wait, we're not doing another angry headline show.
Exactly. We rise above the negative, divisive noise.
Translation, less rage bait, more high fives for humanity.
And this is live, like actually live.
Yep. We go live on YouTube and LinkedIn, 7:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Wait, if it's live, what if I forget my lines?
Then you improvise.
Okay, so our tagline is basically wake up, tune in, and start your day with kindness.
Exactly. Kindness Rising. Good vibes, practical tips, and a reason to get up on the right side of the bed.
You heard the boss. Subscribe now before he makes us do a TikTok dance.
Kindness Rising. Wake up, tune in, and let's make some good noise. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Have you ever tried to do something kind and instantly feel like an awkward extra in your own movie? You hold the door, you smile too long, you start narrating the moment in your head. Just act natural. Yeah, me too. But here's the thing. Awkward kindness isn't real kindness. Is real kindness. Absolutely is real kindness. It means you still care enough to risk looking ridiculous, and that's exactly what the world needs more of.
This is Kindness Rising.
They say that kindness costs nothing, but sometimes it costs you your cool. Gen X shows that we know that we grew up allergic to cheesiness. We turned sincerity into sarcasm and empathy into inside jokes. Yet somehow that sarcasm became our armor and our obstacle. Today, we're going to peel it back. We're talking about small daily acts that build balance and make kindness normal again. The 6 strings remind us kindness is the root note. It keeps us grounded. Self-awareness is the mirror. It shows us how we can show up. And balance. Balance is the rhythm, the beat that keeps both in time. And sometimes the rhythm of kindness is just holding the door and then letting it close.
One act of kindness at a time.
You've been there for like 3 fiscal quarters.
Kindness is endurance.
I mean, let's be honest. Kindness isn't always graceful. Sometimes it's awkward, sweaty palmed, or timed badly. You trip over your words giving a compliment. You wave at someone who wasn't waving to you. Done that. Or hold the door just a beat too long. And that exact moment, that little moment of cringe, is where kindness actually lives, because you're not performing it, you're feeling it. Research backs this up. A 2020 article showed that people perform one small act of kindness every day for a week. Those people buying a coffee, holding a door, leaving a kind note, at the end of the week, those participants showed measurably higher life satisfaction and lower cortisol, the body's stress hormone. Their brains release dopamine and oxytocin, the same feel-good combo you get during your favorite song encore. Kindness literally changes your body chemistry. And here's the Gen X twist. We were raised in an era that worshiped independence. Don't make a scene. Don't overshare. Don't feel too much. So now when we do something kind, we get hit with that little internal monologue. Do I look weird? Am I being too nice? Maybe I should just make a joke. I don't know. We turn sincerity into sarcasm just to survive the vulnerability of being good. Let's check into the comments, see who's here with us. So fogging fun. So fong fun. Hi, what are we talking here? Hello, Sofong. Sofong, we are talking about kindness today. We are talking about a kindness in action. It's our Wellness Wednesday. We're talking a little bit about mental health related to doing kind acts. And of course, over in the horizontal, we've got Mike Sullivan and Lady Drew joining us here today, as always, and be driven. Thank you. Thank you all who show up. Join in. I see you're out there. Jump in the comments. Talk about those awkward moments of kindness, of doing nice things for someone, and then you just feel all awkward about it. We've all done it. The awkward wave, the holding the door, the keeping the eye contact too long. But it's because we are trying. It's because we are putting ourselves out there and risking a little bit of vulnerability to do some good. The vulnerability, that's the point. Every awkward act of kindness is a micro rebellion against cynicism. It's proof that you care enough to risk that embarrassment when you act from that place, not to be seen, but to connect. You're tuning your six strings back into harmony. Kindness as the root note, self-awareness as the mirror, and balance as the rhythm that keeps the whole song together. So the next time you feel weird about holding the door, don't hide from it. Hum along, make eye contact, wave. That's your humanity warming up. This is Kindness Rising. I'm Matthew Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. I come here every morning live, 7:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, on the Mornings in the Lab network with Kindness Rising. And then at 8 a.m., we get you right on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends as well, because we are the morning network that gets you up with a little hope, humanity, and heart. We don't let you hit the snooze button. Get up and get going this morning with a little bit of kindness. And today I am going to talk about an organization. We talk about organizations. This is not the spotlight. Trying something a little different today. For those of you who've been around for a while, I'm going to start bringing some current news, some current organizations, some things that are really happening right now, the hot stuff in kindness. Drive for Diabetes Awareness Inc. Welcome. I agree with you 100%. The message is clear. I agree. You don't say the hell with kindness. Kindness is what drives us. But the first thing you do to accomplish something is you make your bed. Now go to work. I appreciate what you're saying. Make your bed, get up and get going. I agree. First thing you do is get involved here at Kindness Rising. Subscribe to the channel. It will help you to get up and get going, make your bed, and go to work. I agree. Kindness currents. That's what we're talking about. I'm bringing some kindness currents into the world to get you up with a little positivity while you're getting up and getting going. You make me come back every day with the beauty of kindness. Thank you very much over there, Roseanne Rouff. I appreciate you, mother. Kindness currents. We're going to start talking about this stuff. I'm going to stopping talking about it and start talking about it. That was silly. Sometimes the swirl of comment sections and viral noise, it's easy to forget that the internet was built to connect us, not to divide us. But recently, something remarkable has been happening in the digital tide. It's an organization, and they are more than an organization. They are a movement. Hey, I did it. I did it. All right. Is everybody seeing that? Maybe not yet. Oh, I'll get this thing one of these days. You're watching it happen in real time. All right, this is the kindness mob. The kindness mob. Yes, they are. It's not your average online movement. It's been quietly going on since 2023 when the few creators on Reddit and TikTok got tired of watching negativity dominate every thread. That's what we talk about here on Kindness Rising. These guys, they wondered what would happen if people rated a post, not with insults or snark, but with kindness. And so they did. A single post turned into hundreds, and soon thousands of people joined in. They started organizing what they call positivity raids. If someone online is getting bullied or a small business shares a vulnerable story, that kindness mob, they show up not to argue, but to amplify the humanity. They flood the comments with encouragement, gratitude, jokes that make you smile, and suddenly that thread that was once a battlefield feels like a bonfire. That is something that is awesome. I brought that to you. I think that's a really cool concept. I know that our people in our community will do that. They get out there, they jump in when things start to get negative in the comments. They jump in and set people straight. We are building a community of positivity here, not of negativity, not of rage bait, not of anything but healthy debate. We have healthy debate, and that's okay. So I just think that this kindness mob concept is fascinating. We're building a community here at Kindness Rising and the Mornings in the Lab network. And if you want to join our community, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to Mornings in the Lab, and we can create our own kindness mob. Pretty cool. All right. So that's the kindness mob. I think they're awesome. You might spot a post that you could use a little light up here at Kindness Rising, over at Mornings in the Lab, wherever you are out there watching live and interacting live like we do on the Mornings in the Lab network. Drop a word, share a laugh, lift somebody up, do something to create a wave of kindness, because they don't just happen. They're made one ripple at a time. That's Kindness Currents. We're going to continue to try those out over the period. We come here every day. So tomorrow's another chance to try a Kindness Current as well. But next, let's check in on how Cal is doing holding that door for people.
You're not holding a door, man. You're running a small business.
I just want to make people's day.
You've made mine. This is free entertainment. Now, Reggie, what do we say when someone is kind to us?
They're out there teaching Reggie those lessons of kindness as well. Cats can be kind too. We work with our cats on kindness. Sometimes we have some problems. We have an intercat problem going on sometimes where one of our little kitties, it's a little bullied, but we help her out. All right. So kindness to pets is key. If you're able to be kind to another animal, someone, something that is lesser than you, that proves that you have compassion in your heart and that you can be kind. So if you're a pet owner and you care and love for your pet, you're already on the right track to kindness. Here's our kindness spotlight, the true spotlights, where we talk about organizations that are out there doing good work for good people all over the world. The first is an organization that was born from a single tweet. This nonprofit encourages spontaneous generosity, groceries for strangers, school supply drives, disaster relief. The University of California, San Diego's Compassion Institute, they report that unplanned altruism strengthens neural pathways linked to optimism and empathy. In plain English, every random act rewires your brain towards hope. And that's why today's kindness spotlight is on the Random Acts organization. I just told you about them. You can check them out too. There's so much kindness going on in the world. We are just 30 minutes a day of kindness for you, but you can find plenty of it throughout the world. plenty. Find it, highlight it, spotlight it, become part of it, become part of the movement to be more kind. Our second kindness spotlight today comes from Arizona, actually. Arizona, in Tucson, Arizona, there is an organization that was born out of grief and out of problems, which is something that happens very often, these things. But this is a situation where volunteers are crafting clay bells etched with the word "be kind." I've got my "be kind" right here. I don't know how well you guys see that stuff in the background. Be kind. They hang those bells that are etched with the words "be kind" all over public. And a 2022 study from Arizona State University showed that participants in this program, their self-reported loneliness dropped by 15%, and their sense of community rose by 20% after 6 weeks of participating in this volunteer organization. This is a mother who lost a child, lost her son at a very young age, and this organization is dedicated to his world. That's why it's called Ben's Bells. They hang these bells in memory of Ben, but they also show that art, empathy, and repetition, that's the perfect harmony of purpose. Together, they show that kindness doesn't scale through marketing, it scales through modeling, one awkward act at a time. Thank you all for joining. Those of you who are here live with us on Kindness Rising, I appreciate the ones who come out every day, people like Be Driven and Lady Drew and Mike Sullivan. The whole crew is out here. We've got some new friends in here that are interacting. Is it a drive for diabetes or donuts? Sort of contradictory, isn't it? Right? They go together like donuts and diabetes. What's that from? I don't know. There's a song that's something about going together like donuts and diabetes. Diabetes is a very serious issue. Be driven, absolutely. Sugar control. I am sure your natural forms of sugar, your honey out there, Bernard, is helping people to control their sugar in the world. Absolutely. There is so much sugar in our processed foods, and absolutely is a gigantic problem for the health of our communities. Okay, just checking stuff out here. Let's jump back into it together. All right. So we always talk about branding too, a little bit on branding. We're talking about EAT. EAT is our 5-ingredient recipe, our philosophy for personal branding for you, for your businesses, for anyone out there who is looking to establish their personal brand. These are the 5 things we lean into: their experience, our expertise, our authenticity, our trust, and entertainment. The 5-ingredient recipe to a better personal brand. And today we're talking about authenticity and trust. Gen X grew up with infomercials and auto-tune. We can spot fake faster than a lip-synced encore. So when brands quietly act with heart, paying employees fairly, donating without the selfies and all the grandeur, that's what earns our trust. The same goes for us. Consistency over spectacle, real beats rehearsed. When kindness becomes habit, not performance, it becomes your rhythm string, steady, grounding, and impossible to fake. That is your word on branding for the day today. Authenticity builds trust. There are a lot of people out there who do a lot of giving, and we appreciate it, but there are also a lot of people out there who give for the spectacle. You can tell the difference when it is real and when it is not. Of course, we wanted people to give always, whatever their personal motivations are, but we know that giving from the heart, truly giving and giving with what aligns to our values, our personal values, that's when the magic happens. You just really start to feel the personal impact of your own giving. And so that's why we're going to move into a little bit on self-awareness. It's chilly in the Fox Den this morning. It's getting to be that time. Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about self-awareness and the art of awkward giving. From the root note to the mirror string, self-awareness is our mirror because kindness without awareness can run into martyrdom, right? Awareness without kindness can turn into overthinking. The sweet spot is when the two harmonize. The University of Exeter, they ran a study showing that genuine voluntary acts of kindness light up the same reward centers as chocolate and music. And who doesn't love chocolate and or music? But when people felt obligated to be kind, forced niceness, guilt gifts, fake complaints, the stress areas of the brain lit up instead. So it's not the act that drains us, it's in the authenticity. And self-awareness helps you feel the difference. Before you act, check your motive. Am I doing this to connect or am I doing it to control? Am I giving it to give or am I doing it to give or am I doing it to look good? That 5-second pause turns kindness from reflex into rhythm. And yes, it still feels awkward. And yes, that's okay. The awkwardness is the cost of growth. It means you're out of autopilot. You're not on autopilot. You're focused on what you're doing, what your acts mean. Think of awkward kindness like a jam session. You hit a few bad notes, you laugh, but you keep playing. Over time, the rhythm settles, that transition smooths out, and suddenly you're not forcing kindness. You are feeling it. Okay. Every awkward moment, every attempt that we make at kindness, that helps us to make the uncommon more common. That's why we're uncommon kindness. That's why we're kindness rising. We get up every morning to make the uncommon common by doing those awkward moments, those little random acts to help us and to help humanity just be a little bit kinder.
I think I'm learning something.
That kindness has a time limit?
That sometimes closing the door is okay.
All right, Cal is learning that it's okay to close the door, and that's what we were talking about. We're talking about balance in kindness too, right? Holding the door for too long, doing too much for too many others too. So it is about finding that balance. Everything in life is about balance. It's one of our 6 strings here that we try to find balance between giving and making sure that we're taking care of ourselves. That's a huge piece of our balance, focusing on others versus ourselves. We talk about those comparators. We talk about work-life balance. We talk about self and others balance. We talk about relationship balance. All those things. We'll continue to talk about them. But first, as always, I want to give you something to take away your kindness compass. And these are 5 acts that you can perform that will tighten your strings. Tune them up and move towards kindness. The first is hold the door, but smile like it's a gift, not a chore. Holding the door with a smile, one random act of interaction. It's cliche, I know, but it is so true. It's a way to interact in the world, to get back out there. Give one sincere compliment. Focus on people's efforts, not on their looks, right? If you give a compliment, you focus on, it's okay to say you're doing something different with your hair, I like it, whatever. But we want to make sure that we are focused on people's effort when we give them that compliment. Text someone, just thinking of you. No sarcasm needed. That's an easy one. Easy one. We all have people in our lives who say we should get together more often. We have another couple that we run into pretty much every Sunday at groceries. Great couple. We've had, gone out with them, and they're their kids and whatever. But we always say we're going to get together. We're going to get together. Let's get together one of these days. And it never seems to happen. We see each other every Sunday. The point is, maybe I should reach out to them and say, hey, how you doing? Thinking of you. Maybe we should make some plans this weekend. Let one driver merge and wave like a rock star encore. I am huge on driving kindness. Hey, trust me, I've gotten my own sense of road rages at times. Definitely, it's easy to get triggered out there in the car, but it's so much easier to just wave and let them go and just say, all right, that guy's by me, or whatever the case may be. So much easier. Let one driver merge and wave to him like a rock star. Smile across that car. Pay attention to the road, but smile across that car and give them a little boost of kindness. And lastly, give yourself grace. That's key. So important that we are giving ourselves the same kind of kindness that we're focused on treating others with. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me here on Kindness Rising. Remember that each small act plucks your kindness string and keeps your song alive. All right.
How's your kindness doing?
Still strong, just shorter reach.
Kindness works best when it's conscious, not constant. Wow. You went from doorman to philosopher.
See? Even Reggie approves your emotional growth.
All right. They're all getting along. Cal has learned his lesson about his overreach and being conscious of what we are doing, making sure that we are staying aware in our moments of consciousness. Absolutely. All right. This week, I want you to be proudly awkward. One act of kindness each day, not to get not noticed, but to normalize it. You can post about it. That's cool. We like it. I'd love to have people posting about their acts of kindness, either things that they perform themselves or something they notice happening in the community. Let's get that going. It's one of the reasons I shared that kindness mob. I know we've got some really kind people in our comments. I want to get that action going. Let's get communicating about kindness. We also know that they talk about kindness and the awkward things over there on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends that are coming up at the top of the hour. We've talked about that twinge of self-consciousness when you do something good and wondering if you look foolish, but underneath awkward, it's getting a little more serious here, is often shame. That quiet voice that says you're too much, you're too soft, you're too late, you're too this, you're too that. Keith is tackling that today on Mornings in the Lab, showing how to break the shame loop. Because when we release the shame, around caring, we free ourselves to act with kindness again. Kindness isn't about being perfect. It's about breaking the loop and starting fresh, one small act at a time. That's what we do here on Kindness Rising every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. with me, Matt Rouff. I'm the Uncommon Kindness Guy. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the channels. Let's continue to rise with kindness. Let's make sure we're getting up and getting after it every day in our community. Kindness will always feel a little awkward. That's how you know it's real. For Gen Xers, it's the side B track, less polished, more heart, the one that still plays long after the spotlight fades. So hold the door, send the text, strum your strings. That's how we make uncommon kindness common. But remember, as always, stay uncommon and stay kind. What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun?
Kindness Rising isn't just a show, it's a full wake-up vibe.
It's freaking fun, people.
Yeah, man, it's got real get after it energy.
I love it.
Wake up with Kindness Rising.
I help purpose-driven people grow their impact. 5-ingredient recipe to help you build your personal brand. Get out there and take kind action.
If it's live, they'll feel it.
On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies and fresh ideas you can actually use. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Exactly. Fail fast, rebound faster.
You'll see the bloopers and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. We sometimes get into a little bit of trouble.
Pretty much my life made the list.
You can trust what you see right here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. Social impact organizations, and we always talk about them. Try kindness. It's way cheaper than therapy. You just made my day.